Howdy folks, it's Sonelias and welcome to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron number 4. First off, a big apology for the delay in actually the next episode being released. This is episode 25. About a month or so ago since I actually did our last Let's Play episode of Hearts of Iron 4. So overdue. So again, my apologies, but let's get cracking from where we left off. So where did we leave off? We had basically engaged in a war with Russia. Basically, our territory is pretty much consolidated on the western front. On the eastern front, though, we've got significant numbers of units, which are at the moment engaged in the Caucasus, but also engaged in Iran. And I also got some units staged here in Greece, as well as some units here in Southeast Asia. And the units in Southeast Asia, it looks like I need to basically start moving some of those back into a more defensible position here. And I think I will need to move these... Hold on, it's not always as easy to see what territory this is actually that we're looking at. It's German territory here, it looks like. If I'm not mistaken, I should have more units here. I've got two over here. Okay, so let's get the clock rolling and let's go to the main battlefront here. Now, at the moment I've got a fair number of troops, or in terms of manpower, available. I've got a lot of political power at my disposal if I were to need it. Key problem I'm suffering from at the moment is either units being low on fighting strength or just low on morale. Well, morale of course recovers by itself. So morale recovers by itself, like I was saying, but the fighting strength does not. So the fighting strength is really something I need to be looking into. We're winning this battle here. That's what it looks like anyways. Somewhat here. There's still a lot of movement of units along the front lines here. I've got some wings with no orders, it says. Which ones are they? Standing by? Or at the moment, it's got 0 units, it looks like. Okay. I think I'll terminate this unit here. Shutting down some of these units to make it easier to reinforce the other units. If I look at my total air fleet here, got 17 there, got a number of them here. So where's this? Northern Baltics. Baltics, Northern Baltics. Well, I've still got units here. I want to relocate those to here. Let's get that unit properly. This unit here. I'm going to send them here. Now, last turns I actually had been looking at my production, and I noticed that, of course, there's quite a bit of work to be done in terms of the actual infrastructure here. So if I look at the actual infrastructure properly here, let's find the correct icon for that. Resources, no. Resistance, supply route, there we go. Stands at 5.5. This one is low, so I need to basically improve the infrastructure here significantly. And that region is called, what's it called? Interesting to know that as well. Castuna, is that the region? No, I would say that's a different name, isn't it? So is it this region here, Castuna or Samsung? I think both of them need some extra. Castamona, sorry, Castamona. My mispronunciation. My apologies for anyone who's from that region for mispronouncing it. Probably should just read it properly. That's the main issue there. Alright, and then basically the last one here. It's a bit of a tedious task, basically moving it up like this. Like I said before, it would be great if there was a button that basically just said move to the top or something along those lines. Or move to position 5 or 6, or at least making somehow it easier for us to move stuff through our production queue. That would be a great addition to the game. I thought that there was something like that in Hearts of Iron 3. I don't entirely remember with 100% certainty, but okay. Anyways, we are focusing on recovering, of course, in our Caucasus Mountains, the actual infrastructure that got damaged there. We've got some news about naval actions here. I'm not sure why over here. Ouch. 15 convoys were sunk. How many are we building? Production, convoys. Right, we still got a fair number of them. But of course that shouldn't really be a full reason for there being such an issue. Alright, let's go back to the front line here briefly. Let's have a look. We're being attacked here, it looks like, and we are slowly being driven back. Hopefully we'll be able to recover that. Well, I suspect I will be able to. Insufficient resource in terms of steel. Steel I'm short of. So who would be willing to export it to me? Vichy France is already doing the utmost. This. Let me push them back somehow. That's all these extra units I got here now. Trying to basically push him back maybe towards the line of that river. I know that'll actually lengthen the border, but basically being behind a river should make defending it a lot easier. I've actually crossed the river here, as you can see. You might not be able to see it fully. Actually, there's two different rivers. There's one river and there's another river over here. There's actually two different rivers, but okay. Looks like I'm partly north of that river here. Generally speaking, I would say I'm pretty much doing okay on this side. Manpower is slowly dropping though. So it is something to keep an eye on. Kind of short on motorized units, it looks like. I'm also kind of short on artillery, it looks like. Sure what that means. That's got a shield next to it. Checking. The thing I'm doing at the moment, I'm slowly pushing them back, but I'm not encircling or destroying them. Which could be a bit of an issue. The Third Reich is doing relatively okay, I would say. With the exception of a few spots, they are... Two spots there are being pushed back. These actually look like there's Japanese units here as well. Alright. Let's keep the pace of the game up. And we're actually in 1945 here already. A little bit surprised that I actually haven't advanced too much in technology here, but looks like in the next 10 days that should happen. Still little bits of France left here, which are slowly being taken over. We've got two units moving forth into their territory. Alright, there's nothing left of them there. Slowly take back all this territory here as well. Battles have been conducted here. Looks like we destroyed some American submarines. Doing quite okay over here. nationalities. Have I got any more units that are about to be finished in terms of their production? Now, it looks like I got none really here in terms of marines. So I'm going to cancel that. Mixed armor, nothing. It's only progressing slowly. Mountainous. Just don't have the equipment at the moment, it looks like. What am I going to focus in terms of weaponry? Now, it being 1945 March, it might make sense for me to go down the, I kind of think, mechanized route here. Let's at least focus in on it. I'm not sure I'm going to use it straight away, but at least having done that bit of research should help me. Units moving here. Let's have a look over there again. What's happening with these units here? A little bit of luck, but not too much yet. Italian unit is coming back there. Sorry, is that the Soviets? It does look like it, doesn't it? Soviets are still pushing them back here. Wow. At least they're not coming back into Japan itself. I kind of thought Japan was doing okay, but apparently not. Okay, let's have a look at this front here. Now, there is not much going on here. It's largely defensive, this front, it looks like. Let's see if we can start pushing them back somewhat. Oil from Iran. They won't export it to us. These guys might potentially. That will require a lot of it. These guys don't. How short am I? How much more do I need, really? Actually, it looks like I got my surplus here, which is, I guess, good. Do I really need to have a surplus? Well, let's say I don't. I don't really need to trade for it, just because I've got enough production of my own. In Mosul, Baghdad, it's just owning that large part of Iraq, I guess, seems to be a major contributor towards our production, which is great. I should have basically noticed that way before, because at the moment I was wasting production there, really. Have I got that for any of the other imports? So if I look at, for example, this entry here. Aluminum, I've got a surplus of 10. Chromium. I hope I'm not importing because I've got a massive surplus on that. We are still attacking. Kind of gave me the impression that we weren't. My manpower is still dropping. I'm not sure that this is basically going to be an effective spot where we can actually win anything properly here. Maybe if I'm lucky I can make a peace with these guys here. Currently at 0%. Really? Really? Okay. We have lost some convoys, it looks like. Interesting. Perfect. You're more than welcome to send me expeditionary forces. Now, if I look at my army list properly and look at what armies they're a part of, there are a few units here. Where is it? Let's find these units again. So if I do that again, then the opposite order. Ah, okay, so Tehran. Okay, I can already order them. Good. So which general is that? That is this one here, isn't it? Let's find the last one, this one here. Front line again. They're still attacking me, it looks like. I've gained here what I was looking for, which is part of this territory here. That should do. We won that right there. General push here. The further I can push them back, the better. So. trying to push it back here, but without too much luck. Which is great. Alright, let's push them back there. These troops here and push any of the other guys back. Not sure I can. Ooh, interesting, really. Gibraltar's back in Spanish hands. Yay! That's a good development, I guess. Now there's still an invasion on the northern side by the Americans here, which is, as far as I can see, a relatively more recent one. I actually hadn't noticed that was happening. Anyways, given the time on the clock, I think it's about time for us to call it a day. So what I'll be doing again at this point is I will save away the game, as of course being Let's Play number 25. Turkey. And hopefully I will see you on the next one. And in the meantime, have a great day. Bye. Thanks again. Bye.